I have one of his plays here.
Oh, which one?
King Richard.
King Richard. Good old King Dickie.
I'll act it out for you.
Would you like me to play one of the characters? I do know King Richard.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. I need to flip to the beginning of it here. There's King John too. But we'll
There is?
King Richard. The life and death of King Richard II. Did you want to be King Richard?
I mean, we're doing Richard the Third.
Second.
Second or first? So much better.
Well, okay. Let me find the third here.
I'll play Richard, and you can play every other character.
Yeah.
Do you have King Richard the Third?
I don't think so. It looks like it goes from King Richard II to King Richard IV.
All right, hang on. Alright, we'll do King Richard II if you want. You have that one, right?
I do, yeah. Let me get back to the page. Okay.
Alright. So we've got Enter King Richard, John of Gaunt, with the nobles and attendants, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm fucking gonna do this and rad. Alright. And you're playing all the other characters, right? Alright. Old John of Gaunt, time-honored Lancaster, hast thou, according to thy oath and band, but hither Henry Hereford, thy bold son, here to make good the boisterous late appeal, where then our leisure would not let us hear against the Duke of Norfolk, Thomas Mowbray?
I have my liege.
What the fuck? Tell me, moreover, hast thou sounded him, if he appealed the Duke on ancient malice, or worthily, as a good subject should, on some known ground of treachery in him?
As near as I could sift him on that argument, on some apparent danger seen in him, aimed at your highness, no inveterate malice.
Then call them to our presence. And frowning brow to brow ourselves will hear the accuser and the accused speak freely. Freely speak. Highly stomached are they both and full of ear. Enraged deaf as the sea. Hasty as fire.
Many happy days befall, my gracious sovereign, my most loving liege. Each day still better others' happiness until the heavens and the earth's good hap add an immortal title to your crown.
Oh, we thank you both, yet one but flatters us. As well appareth by the cause you come, namely to appeal each other of high treason. Cousin Hereford, what dost thou object against Duke of Norfolk Thomas Mowbray?
First, heaven be the record to my in devotion of a subject's love, tendering the precious safety of my prince, and free from utter misbegotten hate, come I apologize to this princely presence, Now, Thomas Mowbray, do I turn to thee, and mark my greeting well for what I speak. My body shall make good upon this earth, or my divine soul answer it in heaven. Thou art a traitor and a miscreant, too good to be so, too bad to live. Since the more fair and crystal in the sky, the uglier seem the clouds that in it fly. Once more, the more do it aggravate the note. With a foul traitor's name stuff I thy throat. And wish, so please my sovereign heir, I move what my tongue speaks, my right drawn sword. Let my cold words here accuse my... 'Tis not the trial of woman's word. The bitter clamor of two eager tongues can attribute this cause betwixt us twain. The blood is hot, that must be cooled for this, yet can I not of such tame patience boast, as to be hushed and not at all to say. First the fair reverence of your highness curbs, from giving range and spurs to my free speech, which else would post until it had returned. These terms of treason doubled down his throat, setting aside his high blood's royalty. And let him be no kinsman to my leech, I do defy him, and I spit at him, call him slanderous coward and a villain, which to mountain I would allow him odds, and meet him where I tied to run afoot, even to the frozen ridges of the Alps, or any other ground inhabitable, wherever Englishman durst set his foot. Meantime, let this defend my loyalty. By all my hopes, most falsely both ye lie. Pale, trembling coward, there I throw my gage, disclaiming here the kindred of my king. And lay aside my high blood's royalty, which fear, not reverence, makes thee to... if guilty dread hath left thee so much strength as to take up mine's honor on, then stoop by that and all rights of knighthood, else will I make good against these arm to arm. What I have spoke, or thou worst devise. I'll answer thee or chivalrous design of knightly trial, and when I mount alive may I not light, if I be traitor or unjustly fight.
But what doth our cousin lay to Mowbray's charge? It must be great that can inherit us, so much as thou thought of ill of him?
Look, when I speak, my life shall prove it true. That Mowbray hath received 8,000 in name of lendings for your highness's soldiers, the which he hath disdained for lewd employments, like a false traitor and injurious villain. Besides, I say, and will in battle prove, or here or elsewhere, to the farthest verge that ever was surveyed by the English eye, that all the treasons of these 18 years, complotted and contrived in this land, fetched from false Mowbray their first head and spring. Further, I say, and further will maintain, upon his bad life to make all this good, that he did not plot the Duke of Gloucester's death, suggest his soon believing adversaries, and consequently, like a traitor coward, slooped out his innocent soul through streams of blood, which blood like sacrificing Abel's cries, even from the tongueless caverns of the earth, to me for justice and rough chastisement. And by the glorious worth of my descent, this arm shall do it, or this life shall be spent.
How high a pitch his resolution soars, Thomas of Norfolk. What sayest thou to this?
Oh, let my sovereign turn away his face, and fit his ears a little will be deaf. till I have told the slander of his blood, how God and good men hate so foul a liar.
Mowbray. Impartial are our eyes and ears, were he my brother, nay, my kingdom's heir, as he is but a father's brother's son. Now by my scepter's oar I take a vow. Such a neighbor's nearest to our sacred blood, should nothing privilege him or partialize the unstooping firmness of my upright soul. He is our subject, Mowbray. So art thou, free speech and fearless. I to thee allow.
Then boiling brook as low as thy heart, through the false passage of thy throat, thou 3 parts of that receipt I had for Calais. Dispersed I duly to his highness's soldiers, and the other part I reserved I by consent, for that my sovereign liege was in my debt. Upon remainder of the dear count, since last I went to France to fetch his queen, now swallow down that lie, for Gloucester's death I slew him not, but to mine own disgrace, neglected by sworn duty in that case. For you, my noble lord of Lancaster, the honorable father to my foe, once did I lay in ambush for your life, a trespass that doth vex my grieved soul. But ere I last received the sacrament, I did confess it, and exactly begged your grace's pardon, and I hope I had it. This is my thought. As for the rest appealed, it issues from the rancor of a villain. A recreant, and most degenerate traitor, which in myself I boldly will defend, and interchangeably hurl down my gage. Upon this overweening traitor's foot, to prove myself a loyal gentleman, even in the best blood chambered in his bosom.
Don't laugh at the word bosom.
In haste whereof most heartily I pray, your highness to assign our trial day.
Wrath kindled, gentlemen, be ruled by me. Let's purge this collar without letting blood. This we prescribe through no physician. Deep malice makes too deep incision. Forget, forgive, conclude, and be agreed. Our doctors say this is no month to bleed. Good uncle, let this end where it begun. We'll calm the Duke of Norfolk, you, your son.
The Makepeace shall become my age. Throw down my son, the Duke of Norfolk's.
And Norfolk, throw down his.
When obedience bids I should not bid again.
Norfolk, throw down, we bid, there is no boot.
Myself I throw, dread sovereign, at thy foot. My life shalt command, but not my shame. The one my duty owes, but my fair name. Despite of death that lives upon my grave, to dark dishonor use thou shalt not have. I am disgraced, impeached, and baffled here, pierced to the soul with slander's venom spear, to which no balm can cure, but his heart blood, which breathed this poison.
Rage must be withstood. Give me his gauge. Lions make leopards tame.
Yeah, but not change his spots. Take but my shame, and I resign my gage. My dear, dear lord, the purest treasure mortal times afford is spotless reputation that away. Men are but gilded loam or painted clay. A jewel in 10 times barred up chest is a bold spirit in a loyal breast. Mine honor is my life. Both grow in one. Take honor from me, and my life is done. Then, dear my liege, my honor let me try, and that I live, and for that I will die.
Cousin, throw up your gauge. Do you begin?
Oh God, defend my soul from such. Shall I seem crestfallen in my father's sight, or with pale beggar fear impeach my height before this outdoor dastard? Outdoor dastard.
This out there dastard.
This out there dastard. I like that word. Ere my tongue shall wound mine honor with such feeble wrong, or sound so base as peril my teeth shall tear the slavish motive of recanting fear, and spit it bleeding in a high disgrace where shame doth harbor even in Mowbray's face.
We are not born to sue, but to command, which since we cannot do, to make you friends, be ready, as your lives shall answer it. At Coventry upon St. Lambert's Day, there shall your swords and lances arbitrate the swelling difference of your settled hate. Since we cannot atone you, we shall see justice design and victory chivalry. Lord Marshal, command our officers at arms, be ready to direct these home alarms. End scene. There you go.
Did they kill each other?
You have to read on. I ain't spoiling it for you.